Perfection is a myth. It belongs to the gods, not to men who play on muddy pitches in the freezing English rain. For 115 years, the holy grail of English football remained untouched. To go an entire season without tasting defeat? Impossible. They said the modern game was too fast, too brutal, too unforgiving. But in 2002, our manager, Arsène Wenger, sat in front of the press and said something that made the whole country laugh. He said, "It is not impossible to go through the season unbeaten." They mocked him. The media called him arrogant. Rival fans called him delusional. But standing in the clock end at Highbury, we felt something different. We looked down at the pitch and saw a storm gathering. We didn't know it yet, but Wenger wasn't predicting the future. He was warning them. The laughing was about to stop. The era of the Invincibles was about to begin. You don't achieve immortality with just good players. You need monsters. You need artists. You need soldiers. In midfield, Arsène Wenger deployed his general, Patrick Vieira. He didn't just win the ball, he broke the opponent's will to live. He was the heartbeat of Highbury, a captain who would bleed for the badge. Next to him, the silent assassin, Gilberto Silva, the invisible wall. At the back, Sol Campbell, a mountain of muscle who crossed the forbidden line from Tottenham to join Arsenal. Alongside Kolo Touré, they formed a brick wall covered in barbed wire. And then, the artists. Dennis Bergkamp, the Iceman. He didn't play football, he painted it. He saw spaces that didn't exist in human physics. Robert Pires, gliding down the left wing like a ghost. And, at the tip of the spear, the king. Thierry Henry. He didn't just score goals, he humiliated defenders. When he opened his body to curl the ball into the far corner, the stadium didn't even need to look. The crowd just stood up and celebrated. He was a cheat code in red and white. But every mythical quest has its crucible, a moment where the dream almost dies. Game 6, September 21st, 2003. Old Trafford, the theater of dreams, or for Arsenal, a nightmare waiting to happen.
You can completely understand it, but these chants now are directed towards Arsene Wenger, successful manager ever.
Manchester United, Roy Keane versus Patrick Vieira, the purest hatred in football history.
But it is certainly about these two great clubs. Justice, but he's found Ronaldo. Look at the straight away. That's the captain. Straight away. Virgil for Ghana. To show to Patrick Vieira. He's just saying, worked hard to beat the ball now. Mr. Roy Johnson to him. Did Vieira kick out there? It looks as though Steve Bennett thinks that he did.
With 10 men, Arsenal fought like lions. But in the 90-minute penalty for Manchester United, Ruud van Nistelrooy steps up. In the away end, the traveling fans closed their eyes. The unbeaten dream was hanging by a thread. The stadium went dead silent. He missed. He smashed it against the crossbar. And what happened next defined an entire generation. Martin Keown, Lauren Parler. They descended on Van Nistelrooy like a pack of wolves. They screamed in his face. It wasn't just football anymore, it was war. When that final whistle blew, the football world knew. This Arsenal team was built different. They were unbreakable. If you are getting chills watching this pure football heritage, do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel right now. It helps us keep these legendary documentaries alive. Now, let's get back to the magic. April 2004. The season is a marathon and legs get heavy. In the space of one nightmare week, Arsenal were knocked out of the FA Cup and the Champions League. They faced Liverpool at Highbury. Halftime, 2-1 down. The unbeaten run was slipping through their fingers. The ghosts of failure were whispering in the stadium. Highbury needed a savior. Enter Thierry Henry.
Sidestepping one, sidestepping two. That is brilliant! Brilliant!
He didn't just save the game. He put the entire football club on his back and carried them to the finish line. A hat trick. Highbury was shaking. The ground literally trembled beneath their feet. At that moment, watching him slide on his knees, the world realized they weren't just watching a great team. They were watching history being written in real time. To win a league title is special. To win it unbeaten is a miracle. But to win it at the home of your fiercest rivals, that is ultimate supremacy. White Hart Lane. April 25th. Arsenal only needed a point against Tottenham to secure the title. When the final whistle echoed through North London, the away end erupted. They won the league at the Lane. They went on to finish the 38 games, 26 wins, 12 draws, 0 losses. The Premier League had to commission a special trophy, pure gold, because silver wasn't good enough for perfection. They eventually reached 49 games unbeaten, a record that stands like a monolith. Money can buy superstars. Oil wealth can buy endless squads. But you cannot buy the soul, the grit, and the pure, terrifying magic of the 2004 Arsenal. Whether you love them or hate them, football was never the same again. Is the 2004 Arsenal the greatest team in the history of the sport? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to wear a piece of this history, check out the link in the description to grab your own classic retro Arsenal shirts on Amazon. Before you go, make sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the bell so you never miss a chapter of football history. This is Beyond the Goal. See you on the pitch.